And the Lord prophesies his return. And on the backside of that prophecy, he gives his followers and everybody who will listen 3 parables, a trilogy of short stories to communicate the seriousness of his second coming. The first one, the parable of the faithful servant and the wicked servant, to communicate faithfulness. The second one, the parable of the 10 virgins, to communicate some people will be ready and some people will not be ready. And on the heels of that second parable, he gives us this last parable before he will be executed. The parable of the talents, Matthew chapter 25. Matthew, who was an eyewitness, recorded this passage. He recorded what Jesus said, verse 14. Jesus continues teaching. He says, for it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted to them his property. I want to draw your attention to the word it. The word it there is speaking of the kingdom of God. This is a continuation from the parable of last week. He started the parable of the 10 virgins by saying the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins. He finishes that teaching and he goes right into the second one. So the kingdom of heaven will also be like a man going in a long journey, the kingdom of heaven, the sphere of God's rule in the earth. And we see in God's rule in the earth, there were virgins who were wise and virgins who were foolish. Because in the sphere of God's rule in the earth, there are people who are truly saved and people who are not truly saved. He goes straight into this one. He says the kingdom of heaven, the ending will also be like a man who went on a long journey, who called his servants and entrusted to them his property. Now, I want to draw your attention to the man in the text. He said the man went away on a long journey. The man we see is akin to a type of Christ who also went away on a long journey. The Lord is saying this in the 1st century AD. He's trying to help his followers understand there will be no overthrow right now in the 1st century. My brothers, I am about to bounce for a very long time. And what they did not see is what you and I are living in right now, the church age, which has been happening for over 2,025 years. This man has been gone for a very long time. 2 millennia, this man has been gone. But when the man left, he did not leave his servants empty-handed. No, he entrusted to them his property. I want to draw your attention to the word his property and the word entrusted. Jesus again reminded his followers, and as I remind you, that you and I are stewards of everything that God has given to you.